Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Martyna, and here on my channel Teal and Tattered I share my passion for junk journals, for creative memory keeping, for journal making, and if it sounds interesting at all to you, I would love it if you consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell. It really helps me a lot. And today guys, we are going to be cutting up these beauties. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what we make out of these. But this is a collage masterboard, so like just a huge collage sheet that we did in the previous video, and I will leave it linked below and also in the cards up top, so you can check it out if you would like to see how to make this one. And I'm also sharing some of my tips for collaging that I think some of you who are maybe a little bit intimidated by collaging may find useful, hopefully. But I also have this one, and this one you guys haven't seen it yet, so I made the second one just because I love the process so much. So I've pretty much used, oops, I'm sorry, there's a cable here, I'm going to remove it. So I pretty much used the same thing. So I have scraps of different papers, vintage and non-vintage, a little bit of digital labels, some handmade paper, postage stamps, some textures, so fabrics and lace. And I also, this time, I did not forget washi tape. So here you can see little bits of washi that I added. And yeah, I just like how it turned out. And this one, I filmed the process of making this one, and I will have it on my channel maybe next week sometime. But this process is going to be much slower. So when we were making this one, it was like a full long chatty video, but I absolutely understand, you know, that not everyone has the time to watch an hour-long video, or this one was actually over an hour. This is completely understandable. So I made this one, and this is going to be, I haven't edited it yet, but hopefully it's going to be about 10-15 minutes long maximum. So today I want to share with you what you can make using Collage Masterboard. So you made this beautiful collage piece, and now you're wondering, so what next? Do I just keep it like that? Well, you could, of course. It's beautiful. You can scan it. You can, especially if you haven't used any like items that are copyrighted. I did, so I'm not going to do this with mine, but you just keep it like this, of course. But what I want to do, and what I'm going to share with you today, is I want to cut it up and I want to make ephemera from it. So I'm going to show you how I make tags, big tags, how I make smaller and cute journaling cards, and also we are going to be making a few pockets. Now, because I want to use this ephemera that I make here for the junk journals that I am currently working on, I have kind of made a little note here on how I want to cut them up. So I'm going to use one masterboard to cut it into 6 pieces, and from these we are going to be making those big tags, and then I'm going to use the other one to make 6 small journaling cards, and then 6 pockets. And I am kind of working in 6s here because I have 6 journals that I am making these for. So now I'm going to choose which one I want to make bigger tags from, and I'm thinking this one. So these pages, this is scrapbooking paper. I used one-sided scrapbooking paper, and I completely covered the white side, as you can see. So I think this one that I made, and the video is not yet up on the channel, but it will be. I think this one I'm going to cut at and make big tags from. So I'm going to cut it at 15 centimeters. So this is 12 by 12 paper pad. So I'm going to actually cut it at 6 inches. So exactly, almost exactly in the middle. Now we have some stitching here, so I am going to just snip it with my scissors. That's all good. And now let me cut those into 10 centimeter, so about 4 inches. This is 12 by 12, so yeah, exactly 4 inches wide. And oh, I'm going to have a surprise. I don't want to look yet what we have on each piece. This is for me the best part, to be surprised. So we have these, and I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. So 4 inches. 4 inches here as well. And so we have 6 bigger pieces, and we are going to be making tags out of these, and we're going to look at them in just a second. And for the other one, now the other one I am going to be dividing into 3 those long strips, horizontal strips. So each one will be again about 4 inches. 1, 2, and 3. And then I want to take one of them and cut them out. So I'm going to be cutting at about 2.5 inches, and it's going to be about 6 centimeters. And these are going to be smaller journaling card. Oh, we have some lace sticking out here, but that's all good. We will take care of this in a moment. So from this one, I would love to have 5. And yeah, I think we are going to end up with 5. So this is 4 and 5. And I need to snip here a little bit. Yep. Now I need one more like these, so I'm taking the second strip and I'm going to be cutting them again at 6 centimeters. So these are my smaller journaling cards, and now I want to make bigger ones, and these are going to be pockets. Of course, you can use them for cards, for tags, for anything you like. Tag spots, maybe tag spots. Maybe these are actually going to be tag spots instead of like pockets. So, and this one I'm going to be cutting at about 3 inches, 3.25, something like that. So it's going to be 8 centimeters for me. 1, 2, and I should have 3 from this. And then I'm going to have 3 from this, and these are going to be slightly bigger at about 4 inches, so 10 centimeters. So this is the best I could do, to have 6 of everything and to have them as close, as close with the size to each other as possible. I need to do a little bit snipping here. Come on. Maybe I should actually do it with my paper cutter, but that's fine. Okay, you guys, let's look at what we have. So first, the pockets. Oh, look at this, you guys. Isn't this just so cool? So cool. I love it. I especially with cutting those, this is nice, cutting those Collage Masterboards. I really like how most of the pieces are just cut, you have the just a sliver here, and you probably, or I definitely would not think, if I was collaging this piece from the start, I would not think of putting this tiny little piece here. But look at how pretty it looks. I really love it. So then we have this one, which is so cool, with this piece pretty much in the middle. I love it. And then this with the vintage envelope and some more bits and pieces, and a little bit of my beloved gold leaf trim. So this is what it looks like. And this one, and I love the pinks that we have in this one. Okay, so these are our pockets or tuck spots, we will see. Now let's see the small journaling cards. Ooh, this is nice. I love that the text is sideways, so we can actually make it into a card like this, or we can just add some focal point here. Oh, this is so pretty. I think I like those with the pink most so far, and the vintage envelope here. So this is what this one looks like. Then we have this, and there's a little bit of white peeking through here, but that's okay. We are going to trim it off or cover it up. Oh, do you guys see this tiny sliver of a postage stamps? This is so, of a postage stamp. This is so cool. And we have some stamping here on the vintage paper. Then we have this one. Wow, I love this one. This is so cool. And you know what's fun about those cards and ephemera that you cut from Collage Masterboards is that you don't have to add anything else pretty much. They are done. You can add a little like a topper on the top here, and they are pretty much pretty already. I think I am going to be adding something, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. And I think this one is so cool with the vintage envelope and the stamps here. Okay, and the big ones, I'm excited. So we have this one. Oops, this is this way. Okay, I like it. I'm glad I didn't forget about washi tape this time. Then we have this one. Oh, I love how much is going on here. So if you guys would like to learn how to make collage like this, with those bigger pieces, smaller pieces, all the pieces, just check out the video tutorial that I have linked in the description, and you will see my exact technique. Oh, this is nice, so nice. Love it. I love it. And this again, the little, just a little piece that we have here and here, but no, this is coming out. But those little pieces here, I love it. I think this is my favorite part of cutting things to Collage Masterboards. And this one is stunning with this. I mean, it's mostly stunning because I think this piece of a vintage envelope with this beautiful, beautiful tape is just gorgeous. And then Tracy label, washi tape. Yeah, okay. So how do we do it? Now I have here, so my journals that I am currently working on are forest themed. So I thought maybe for these little cards I could cut out some mushrooms for this cute little book. This is Colin's Gem Guide, Mushrooms and Toadstools. And I think it's a perfect size to find some pretty images for a little card like this. Some of them are even too big and could maybe be used for the envelopes. Okay, so let me see what we can find here. These ones maybe. I'm just going to see if I'm not going to be, of course with book pages, when you have images on both sides, it's kind of a little bit sad when you have to waste the other side. Love this one. I'm actually going to tear this page because while this might be too large for the small journaling cards, I think it would be perfect for the pocket size that we have. So let's keep looking. This one is quite cool. Deadly Poison as well. So looks pretty. Ooh, and this one I love for the, so this one I'm going to save for the pocket. And this one we could use here. What else? I actually like these two. Oops, this is also a part of a signature. So we have this one. I love it. This one I want to have on my pockets. And this too. Love both of those. Now this is perfect, I think, for our little journal cards. Maybe nawet mixing Polish and English. maybe even both of those. And then what else? They're all so cool, to be honest. Like, I'm having trouble deciding maybe these ones because they are nice and small. So I'm going to tear this page. What else could we use? And for the tags, I think I'm just going to go with flowers. Okay, how much do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and these. Do I want these? No. So we need one more. And then I'm going to probably stop the camera, cut them out off camera. I like this one. Yes, and it doesn't have anything too pretty on the other side. I just need to tear a few pages to actually get to it. Okay, you guys, so let me perhaps cut one of them on camera, and then I am going to be stopping the camera, although maybe first we will look through some of my flower die cuts and also maybe some book pages, and we will try to see what can we use for the tags. So with my fussy cutting, I am not very precise. I found that I get very much, like, if I wanted it to be perfect, I would first of all never achieve it, and secondly I would really hate fussy cutting. And I love fussy cutting, and I love it because I'm not trying to be perfect, you know. And this is kind of like my golden rule with everything junk journals. I'm not trying to be perfect, and I think the imperfect things actually have this amazing handmade charm. You can get perfect things from shops, from factories, but the imperfect shows you that it is in fact handmade. And it's not like I am dismissive or anything like that. I just learned to embrace those imperfections and love them. And love the look of them, really. Okay, so we have this one. Let's see how it would look on one of our journaling cards. And you see I am leaving a sliver of white around my images, because now it just makes it look it just makes it stand out, you know. So okay, you guys, so let me perhaps, I am going to stop the camera in a moment and cut them out. but so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here we have 1, 2, this is deadly poisonous, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need one more, or do we have maybe, this looks quite nice, okay, 6. And for the big tags, what could we use? I have a bigger mushroom book. This is a Magna Field Guide mushrooms. So it has bigger images like this. But to be honest, I think I really want to use flowers. So let me check. I have my cut out flowers here. And let me check if I have anything that would match. I'm thinking yellow. Ooh, look at this, you guys. I love it. And I'm probably going to be making them actually into tags. So we will be making the tag shape. And these, by the way, are cut out. I fussy cut them out from this book. This is my favorite book of all time. This is the Illustrated Flora of Britain and Northern Europe, and I got it used and I got it quite cheap. But look at this, guys. Look at the amount of illustrations. Look at how thick it is. And yeah, I've been fussy cutting from this book for 2 years now, and you know how I love my flowers. So I'm definitely using them when I cut them out, and I still have a ton left. Alrighty, so I'm just going to see. Ooh, I have a rose like this, although it would cover too much for my liking. This is from a different book, of course. Oops, I don't want this. Okay. So last time when I was doing fussy cutting, I was doing a lot of blue and pink and purple, which I don't think are going to look particularly great here, although we have a little bit of this here, so I think I'm going to go with this actually. So you never know unless you try it on your page. You never know if it's going to look nice or not. This one is from a freebie that I offered you guys last year, I think. Let's see, I think this one might be too small for these big tags, and it would get lost a little bit. However, I think it looks just fine here. I'm going to pick this one. And do I have any big ones? I have this. I don't like its shape for these. I have these that are torn from yet another book. Maybe birds. How about some birds on these? Will they look nice? Ooh, look at this, you guys. They look like they are kind of like sitting on... I like that we have those two lines here. You know what? I'm going to go with birds. So let me actually check if I have some birds that I like here. I don't use my birds enough. I like the colors of this one. This is a beautiful bird. I'm going to go with this one. And for here, do I have anything maybe with blue or pink? So I'm going to show you guys in a second which book I use for my birds, because I also got it used and I think it's amazing. I mean, I'm probably never going to run out of birds to cut out from this particular book. But I'm just... oh, I have a leaf. I have this too. This is nice. This is like a wood theme, woodland theme, but perhaps too big. I also have plants like that. I actually like it, but let me just take one last look if I have any. This is nice as well. Any birds that would look nice. There is a little bit of this red color in a washi tape here, so this looks nice. Oh, I see something. Oh my goodness. This one is so huge. No. But maybe these. They're so cute, and I don't know. For some reason I like them here. And how about I actually pair them with maybe a little branch like that? How about this, you guys? So we tie this red from the washi tape, and yeah, I think so. Okay. So actually, because we now have the images of the birds and flowers picked out, and I don't have to do anything else about them. How about we start with the big tags, and then I will stop the camera and we will do something here. So what I want to do is I want to make it in a tag shape. So I'm going to kind of randomly snip a corner of this tag, and then I'm going to use this corner as my template this way, as my template. Is it this way though? Yes. To cut a similar corner on the other side. I love tags that are this big size, and then you have this scrapbooking ledger paper on the other side, which I think is super cute. Okay, we are going to be adding something here for sure. Okay, I like these corners, these little corners. Okay, now I'm going to, before everything gets lost here, now, oh, my cord is again attacking. I am going to again do the same thing here. So what I'm thinking about these tags is I would like to add something definitely on, like we are going to be punching a hole here, and I would like to add something on them. Oh, and I have this little birdie there. Oh, I was meaning to show you guys the bird book that I've been using, and I have it right here. Look at this, you guys. So this is the Illustrated Encyclopedia of Birds, the definitive guide to birds of the world, and this is from International Council for Bird Preservation, I believe. And look at this, you guys. This is full of one-sided images of birds, and look how gorgeous they are, how colorful. You can find pretty much every color of bird that you would be interested in adding. And again, I got it used. I believe it might be pricey when it's not used, but this is this library copy. I found it on Amazon. I actually shop a lot on Amazon for used books. On, like, it's not like Amazon is selling them, but this is this Amazon marketplace where other sellers sell their sell their products. So I find pretty much most, if not all, okay, most of my used books on Amazon, and the other place is kind of like physical flea markets, secondhand bookstores. But this is especially for Polish books because, well, there isn't really a lot of English books and materials in in Poland to be found. The vintage, I mean, of course. Mostly Polish, German and French, which I love both German and French, because French is just, I think, just such a beautiful language. And German, oh, here's a German book page. So German old books, they have this amazing font. I think this is a pre-war font. I think they used that, but basically it looks gothic, and I don't know, I love it. Maybe some of you guys, if someone is from Germany or a German-speaking country, maybe you can tell me when was this font used and why is it not used anymore. Because it's really gorgeous. Okay, and I think we are down to the last one. Alrighty. Like that. And like that. Awesome. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to glue my images, and I'm not going to do anything else. I think they look perfect as they are. And by anything else, I mean, like, I'm not going to be adding to the actual images here, so no more collaging. So I'm just going to take my wet glue and glue them straight to the tags. I think the backgrounds are just too pretty to cover up more than I need to. And again, you could just leave them as they are, you know, and use them as they are. Just collaged journaling cards. I think they are so interesting and so pretty. Sorry, I have the glue in my mouth for a moment. Okay, I love it. I love how it just looks good here. It looks like it belongs with this tape. Oh, this tape is so pretty. I know there are some techniques, and some people share. I know that Nick the Booksmith made a tutorial. I think it was maybe last year or 2 years ago, on how you can age your regular sellotape with using alcohol inks. And I actually have one alcohol ink. I'm not sure what the color is. I think it's definitely some sort of brown, so maybe I could try it. Let me know if you would be interested in me trying out this Nick the Booksmith tutorial. It's definitely not going to be like my technique, but I think I remember quite well what she did, and I haven't used this alcohol ink since I bought it. I think I actually bought it for this exact purpose, to age some sellotape, and I never got to it. So I would love to try. I would love to have some of this tape like in my possession, because vintage tape is just such a treasure and it's hard to get. So if I can make some of it, that would be really nice. Okay. And here I'm thinking, because I just don't want to cover this beautiful musical themed stamp. There's some violin, some piano. Okay. This branch here, and then this. these birdies somewhere here, I'm thinking. We are going to snip off a little bit of this one's tail, but I think he will be okay. Now I think what I'm going to do is, this time I am going to stop the camera. I am going to fussy cut those mushrooms that we picked for the pockets and for the journaling cards. And yeah, and I'm going to be right back. We will be decorating these cards, so don't worry about this. I just you know, want to do it and not waste your time while I'm fussy cutting, because I'm not very fast at it. But yeah, I'll be back just in a second. Okay guys, don't they just look so cute? Now I've fussy cut my mushrooms and I'm going to glue them on these journaling cards. And so I like it. This one is so cute with the pine cone or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it's called in English, but I think pine cone is okay. Okay, so this one right here. Then this one I decided to go with horizontally, and I am choosing to have the text upside down for some interest. This is from a French vintage book with beautiful color, and I'm going to snip off here in a second. Okay, this one. And so I'm trying to position them kind of like where I can still see pretty much all the elements, you know. Of course I'm covering some parts of them, but I still want to know that they are there. I don't want to cover them up completely. So I love how this one sits on top of this label, Tracy label. And then this one, and I'm putting this one a little lower, kind of to have the machine stitch visible here. Now where are my scissors? I'm going to snip off here. I'm going to snip this piece and save it for something else. Like that, like that. And okay, so we have these done. And now for the pockets, I've cut out some images. So let's see if we can make them work on those pockets, so we can see all of them well. So let's see what we have here. Okay, I think I like this one. So as you can see, some of them have these straight edges because they were on the edge of the page. So I left it like that, and I think I want to, oh, I love this. I want to just position them on those pockets this way. Now, this one is so big, but maybe this one here, because we have this nice green right there. This could go here because the colors work really nicely, but this is too big for me. So how about I actually use only this one mushroom, and I snip this one off and kind of have it like this. I think I love it. So again, I'm going to glue everything down. Everything down. So this video is going up on Saturday. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Do you have any plans for this weekend? Me and my boyfriend and our doggo, we are going to go for a little trip to the nearby national park, because it's going to be nice, or it's supposed to be, hopefully it will be nice and cool, so we can breathe. Yeah, we've had this awful heat wave, as a lot of other places in the world had. I know, and I'm sorry for everyone who is affected. Not sure what's going on with the climate. It's like really heating up. And there are also a lot of like natural phenomenons, catastrophes, like fires and floods. We've had flood just last month here in Poland, so in many places. Not sure what's going on. Okay, so we have this, and I love them. I love how they look. So now, quickly, what I'm going to do is, I think I want the pockets or tag spots, whatever we call them, to have round edges. So I'm taking my We Are Memory Keepers corner punch, and I'm going to be rounding the edges at which one I'm using? I'm using 7 millimeters. I think I'm using this one the most often. I have a lot of layers here, so I need to push hard to be able to punch, but it's working. It is working really nicely. Oh, this one I'm not sure I'm going to be able to fit here. No, but it did. Here I need to lift the lace because it is not going to work this way. And I'm thinking the tags, I will leave the corners as they are, and maybe for journaling cards I will, do I want to leave them or round them with a different size of this? This one I'm going to do by hand with scissors because it's too thick to fit, and so is this. This handmade paper is very thick. So when I have it on a corner, yeah, it's like kind of impossible to fit into the punch. Now the scissors. So this one is done, and I have 2 corners to round here by hand. That's okay, and this one. Awesome. Do I want to leave? I think I'm going to leave these journaling cards as they are. So now, once more, I am going to stop the camera, but I'm loving what we have here, all this goodness. I'm going to stop the camera, go to my sewing machine and stitch around here to kind of reinforce everything in place, because some of these pieces may be like coming off when we cut them in the middle, you know. So I just want to, I also like the look but you definitely don't have to do it. If I didn't want to stitch with my sewing machine, I would just check all the edges, and if something was coming off, I would just go, you know, again with my glue, wet glue or glue stick, and glue it down. So you guys, I am going to stop the camera now. I am going to stitch, and we are going to be adding something to the tags. Especially, I think I want to add some nice textury bits on top. Okay friends, look at this. We have a nice gorgeous stack of ephemera. So I've stitched around the cards with the straight stitch, and I also inked around everything with my Distress Oxide Vintage Photo camera, excuse me. I also stitched with zigzag with the pockets, and the tags I chose the straight stitch. Again, I love these big tags, I really do. So the very last thing I want us to do is I'm going to take my crocodile and I'm going to be adding some thread to my tags. So I'm first punching little holes, kind of trying to be in the middle but not really measuring it, as you can see, just going where I feel the middle is. And I am going to be using metal eyelets because I love the look of them. So I have my little container here, and excuse me, and I have these. Oh, I need to order more of these. I have these metal flower eyelets, which I love, so I'm going to take 2, 4, 6, and I got them on AliExpress. You can definitely get them there if you search for metal flower eyelets. So I'm going to very quickly add them to my tags. Or not that quickly. And I think I'm going to go with some nice eyelash trim to add even a little bit more gorgeous texture to this. But I love this stack of ephemera that we got from just 2 Collage Masterboards. And of course, if we had like smaller pieces, we would have even more. So, you know, you choose which size you prefer. Like I said, my journals that I'm making, or have I said it, are going to be a little bit on the bigger side. So I want some bigger ephemera to go with them. Okay, and then I have this cute eyelash trim, and I have no idea where the end is. And I have no patience to look for it, so I'm just going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of it. Oh, and I left the threads hanging like this because I like the look, but of course they can be very easily snipped off if the owner of these does not like them. Okay, excuse me, a little bit of camera. It's easier to do it when it's closer to my face and to my eyes. Okay, now isn't this just so cute? Just a tiny little addition, and also this metal eyelet is just so pretty. Definitely need to order more, and like I said, I just go on AliExpress and look for flower eyelets. Maybe they can even be found on Amazon. I've seen a lot of things from AliExpress on Amazon, so if this is more accessible to you, then definitely check out Amazon as well. You should be able to find a lot of things from AliExpress there. Not sure about these eyelets. I haven't actually checked for them. But like I said, I think in my previous video or some video I filmed recently, Amazon, I don't have Prime here in Poland. Prime is not really, like it wouldn't really work the way it works in the States, for example. So, so I would have to spend, I believe, 40 euro, which is a lot, to have the free delivery, which is just, for me, I prefer to order generic things like these from AliExpress and have to wait a little bit longer for them, yes, but have the free delivery. So you do what works best for you. Okay, I would love to live, do I have one more somewhere? Yeah, I would love to live in a place one day where Amazon Prime would make sense. Okay. Alrighty, you guys, I think we are finished. So let me show you close-ups of what we have. I love these tags so much, and well, all of these ephemera pieces. This tape is still my favorite. All of these ephemera pieces. Definitely love crafting with Collage Masterboards. Also, I haven't noticed it before, but there are some flowers which look like this, or I think I may have noticed it subconsciously. That's why I chose this flower. But on this washi tape, they look just like that. So we have those which you can use as pockets, but I think I'm just going to be gluing them on these two sides to the page and use them as tag spots. Gold leaf trim, and the tiniest bit of the gold leaf trim here, which is so fun. Okay, so we have these, and then we also have the little journaling cards. So we have, how many? I think 6 times 3. And this one. So we have 18 pieces of ephemera from just 2 Collage Masterboards, and again, if you chose a smaller size you would have even more. So you guys, thank you so much for crafting with me. Stay tuned for the other Collage Masterboard video next week, and also I just have so many fun projects coming up, so I hope you stay tuned. I hope you will join me. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I will speak to you very soon in the next one. Bye guys.